Thank you very much, Matty. Episode 524. Ozzy's left us. His battery's died, unfortunately. Andy's here, Rob's here, and Matty's here as well. Wasn't sure what to play us in this weekend, actually, but seems we need to lighten the mood a bit, lighten the spirits. We'll go for an old classic, I think, to play us into Bellew of the Week.
I tell you what, I was just going to point out, you've been nominated for become the British Ambassador of Fighting Sports, and we might as well take today just to remind everyone we're getting closer. We've been nominated for a big award this year.
Come on, son. Where's the graphic? Where's that graphic when I need it? There we go. Who's the odd man out? Is it me, or the true Paris Hilton, or that woman at the top? Looks like a wig stuck on Jade Goody's head. There was it at the end when she was having
can't make any jokes about it.
No, it's not a joke. I'm just saying. I wonder if that was a wig stuck on at the end. I don't like it. That doesn't suit her. And then the woman who's next to me on my right, the screen's left. I don't even know who she is.
Miranda Cosgrove. She is iCarly of Nickelodeon fame.
Well, she may be iCarly. Anyway, the four of us are up for an award, Broadcast News Award, on June 18th at the Hilton Hotel in central London. Tickets are £275.
You buy mine?
No, I'm not buying yours. So we're going along to that, and the Jade show, actually, which was the last few weeks of her life, I've got to be honest with you, and I'm not joking, I'm not saying it was on Living, a channel I didn't even know existed. It was quite good, I've got to be honest with you. It was, because it was suddenly, there was no hype, it was just this woman slowly dying in front of the cameras, which I found quite entertaining. And it was very good because she was dead and it was honest, it was truthful. As for that Paris Hilton thing, I swear, Andy, if we lose out, I'll tell you what, if Jade loses out to Paris Hilton and we lose out to Paris Hilton, I'll be sick as a parrot. And iCarly can come again, man. Jade can't. You know what I'm saying?
I've completely lost any track of what you're saying.
Yeah, I have as well.
I will add, I thought the Jade programme was fantastic, but for completely different reasons. I thought it was very heart-rendering stuff. But
it was heart-rendering
stuff.
Plenty
still to come here on the Boxing Hours. We hope to speak to promoter Callie Sowland,
which I found quite entertaining.
Oh man! What a fucking man!
Classic.
A classic there from Bunty. Just pick that one out of the air for you all. Back to matters modern day. Conor Byrne and Kell Brook pulled apart in Dublin. Bit of intense beef there. Andy, did you see them pushing and shoving at ringside with a roid rage?
Oh, mate, I don't know. What was it that Kell said to him when they kind of
I don't know, I couldn't hear.
So what happened? Did Ben walk past him and deliberately push him or bump
Brook was being interviewed. Then Ben said something to him. Brook turned around and said something back to him. And then Ben pushed him, and it all got a bit sort of handbags.
Yeah, and we've got Ben saying that he's getting called out by left, right, and centre. The only person I've heard calling Ben out is nobody, because Ben and Eddie seem to be calling out. Who they've been calling out? Khan, Brook, Pacquiao. There's three guys retired, and there's somebody else. There's a fourth one. I forget who it is at this point. Probably washed. He's just detestable, man. And the guy in the middle who was kind of trying to break it up, he didn't want to be there, man. His fucking arse just about collapsed.
Apparently Conor McGregor said, "Come on, lads, you're embarrassing yourselves. Leave it."
That's another one. Conor McGregor. Why is it when he meets a camera, mate? He's like doing these fucking, slipping his shoulder and bringing the head under, rolling under the dude's fucking a mess. Pulling all that crap off, man.
Probably staged, said the boys in the chat. Probably was.
Nah, McGregor's the same, man. He's off his choppers there last night. Had to be.
Oh, absolutely. He's loving life, Andy. He's loving life. Talking about loving life, Clarissa the Goat Shields. Katie won this fight to me. If you all want to say a split or majority for Katie. But let's see. Cameron did good job. But didn't dethrone the champ. They are the Goat getting stuck in on that one. She's not having it at all. Quite a lot of Goat action this weekend, actually. Clarissa Shields has confirmed that she will be giving away 1,000 tickets to children in Detroit in her hometown of Flint for her upcoming fight with Hannah Gabriels as part of her Night of 1,000 Stars initiative. A true champion, Matty, absolutely. Imagine all the thousands of people who are breaking the door down to try and buy those tickets, and there's the Goat giving away for free.
You fucking shithouse Wellings.
That's fantastic. I just wonder if they alerted the venue that they're going to have to add more seats.
Maybe. If I'm not the face of boxing, who is, says the Goat. She's been on a roll this weekend. And then, we went through the Katie Taylor one as well. So shout out to her. We love a bit of Goat action on the Bellew of the Week.
So
boxing
did
true.
Savannah Marshall.
Yeah, well. Boxing true. Isaac Lowe's new chip shop.
Oh, no.
Yeah, take for open out. Boss.
Oh, brutalmente from the boxing shoe there. Can't remember who said this. He said, "Who's going to be holding on more tonight? Eddie's hairline or Haley?"
I thought that was
Oh.
the fucking me. I thought that was me.
Follicles are
Eddie-
shaky.
Fucking Eddie sucking the gut in there in that picture he did during the meeting there as well. Give it up, dude, man. Give it up.
Oh, good old Eddie.
Nice matching trainers from Eddie with the Dolce Gabbana green. He had a very
Oh,
young
aye.
man this
Aye.
weekend.
Eddie,
He's in Ed.
Eddie was one of these folk. I bet Eddie was one of those helmets looking through his ancestry tree, trying to find some Irish blood so he could actually take some credit. And try.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't Eddie O'Hearn for the week. When he was
Exactly,
over
aye.
here, actually, because he's
You know
that
what I'm
much of a brass neck, the fucker.
Anything for an extra fucking euro note, you know.
Where's this interest? Where's this sudden interest in wearing young people's Nike trainers come from? That's what I want to know. But anyway, even Ed.
Sky's the
Life
limit.
crisis.
You fucker, you.
Follicles are shaky, Adam, says Liam. Good stuff. Good stuff. Right, we've got Andy Ruiz Jr.
Oh my
on
god.
Twitter. I wanted to share with you what my life behind camp is really like. I love to drink codeine and smoke weed all day long. I also love purchasing prostitutes. After this is going on, meetings to clean my blood to make sure to come out clean when Varda comes to my training camps.
Yeah, and next time I'm going to list some of his bad points.
Talk of a hack from the ex-wife or something. Someone was saying. I know we have another
Aye,
one
it was
coming
his
up later on.
girlfriend apparently. Aye.
Is
He
that right? Yeah?
responded and
Aye.
he said, "This bitch is mad because I'm with my girl." That's what he said. Fucking idiot.
He's enjoying himself.
Well, that explains a lot when you see his performance over in fucking Doha. That explains a lot. Codeine might have had a lot to do with it. Holy shit! You'd want Codeine watching it. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I want there we are. There's the other version coming up with a few pictures as well. A few IVs being thrown in there.
A couple of pounds of weed he has there in the video as well, dancing around doing the chat.
I'd be dancing in that as well, mate, if I was that fucking high.
Give me that and David Hayes thruple, and I just don't know what I would have to do to be happy in life.
Might be the end of him. Dominic Henry nominating Big P, Uncle P himself. If Kid Dynamite from Manchester has a good night and Canelo has a bad night, anything can happen. It wouldn't be the biggest upset we've ever seen, would it? Value the week nomination there for Big P. Canelo and Mark Efron.
Mark Efron versus Canelo wouldn't be the maybe not. No. Okay.
Oh dear. Ozzy's no longer with us, unfortunately. He's gone but not forgotten. Big John on Twitter wanted to take the train to Leeds, but prices were extortionate. I can't afford £100 each way and I can't be on my own. I want to use the train as much as I can, but these prices are ridiculous.
Oliver, get that phone on charge, mate. Get back on here and just fucking say your piece on Big John.
Do you know what? He's complaining about spending £100 on a fucking train when he fucking puts videos up of himself spending £80 on a Chinese, and people were having a go at him in the comments, and he was like, "Yeah, but that's between 6 people." No, it's not. We see you putting all the fucking dishes in the fucking same pot, man. We're looking at you. We know that fucking order is yours. And as well as that, you know what? He was complaining about the price of a ticket to go to Leeds. He was going up to Leeds to do an event. He was getting paid to go up anyway.
He was getting paid to go to Vegas to talk about shit and that as well, man. Who the fuck pays him to go to Vegas?
I don't know, man, but I hope they get our number someday.
I think his
they come back here alive.
I think a statement that it's for 6 people is actually just an admission that he has multiple personalities.
Needs multiple seats. Anyway, another one from Big John here.
Actually.
Absolute horror tonight. Filming episode 8 of the Big Chinese Sit Down with Gareth A. Davis and Spencer Oliver. What a night. 2 great chaps. Big John, Spencer Oliver and the guard.
Fucking bosh. I can't look at that, by the way. You fucking missed out the best part of it all. 2 cans of fucking Diet Cola sitting there. Are they having a fucking giraffe?
Diet Coke, yes.
Diet Coke? Are you fucking joking me?
He's watching his weight.
It's like they fucking fat women and going to McDonald's and ask for fucking double Big Mac meal. And ask for fucking Diet Cola to wash it down. What the fuck?
I think the horse is bolted, look.
Fucking 15,000 calories just get one fucking gulp.
There is no double Big Mac meal. That would mean there was 6 buns on that burger, and it's just an impossibility, Andy. You obviously don't know your McDonald's.
Yeah, I know.
Big John would get through them 6 buns quick enough, Matty.
I get through 6 buns pretty quick too.
Big John's a weight restriction for the fucking
so is David Hay
these days.
Talking of little John Fisher Jr., he was on TalkSport with the Gad, and the Gad was up to his old tricks as usual in this video.
Right, let's get deep and hard into the heavyweight division.
Been hard. Brilliant, you fucking deviant. Oh man, see that question that you run to Steve at the start of the show, where he's asking, "Do you shower before a fight?"
Yeah.
You know what he's asking that for, really? He's just asking so he can get a fucking spy camera put in the fucking shower rooms, that dirty deviant.
Got to be John. Do you shit before you Chinese? Good stuff from Thomas Newman.
No point in asking the shower question there, anyway.
Oh dear. I'm sure there was more sent in this week, but that's all I could manage. It's been a busy weekend. Andy, any from you, please? Episode 524.
Yeah, I got a few, mate. I think Aussie's pal Darshan got dug out by just about everybody. What was that guy? A Gerko on the card there last night.
Oh, Kevin Ajaka, yeah.
He was like, I'll not say the word, but everything boxing is the worst boxing page on Twitter. Absolute M word behind the page. So, poor bastard. Nigel Travis posting a picture of Chantel Cameron next to a picture of Katie Taylor coming back for the Olympics with the Irish flag hanging out with the Olympic gold medal. Thought it was a wee bit of shithousing, and it did create a wee bit of heat as well. Actually, to be fair, the Irish didn't take it too well. So we got a banter there. Just one for Dave Moretti, 78-year-old, and you're asking him to decide that fight there last night. A fight of that quality deserved better than a 78-year-old man having to fucking score that. So fucking in the bin with him. One for Joe Tessitore as well. Just unplug the mic for him, man. He's fucking awful. Absolute terrible, man. Everything quality about that fight last night was ruined by his fucking screaming and cheerleading.
And fucking Andre and Tim Bradley not getting on throughout the whole broadcast as well, constantly disagreeing with each other. Just made for fucking real awkward.
It's tense, isn't it? Like
it's like little bro, big bro, isn't it?
Pay 50 quid to be awkward as hell throughout the whole night.
Bradley's like, who needs to throw combinations? It's too early for that. But that's why you got to use them, Dre. It's like,
I love you, Dre, but you're wrong.
See, yes, I think he's Dre's like the big brother, right? And Tim Bradley's like the hothead big brother, and that he's just not going to stand for that shit, man. He's fucking going to tell you right now who it's going to be. Or I'm going to stick the head in you like Timmy B used to do. That's what I'm going to call it, Tim Bradley TB, the boulder. What a fucking size that is, man.
Liam's right, man. Ward clearly hates Bradley, doesn't he? Just literally tolerates him. I bet he wishes he's back in his spare room again. He didn't used to go to the fights, did he, Ward? But he's back again.
Ward was massaging his own ego during that weigh-in as well, man. I forget what he was talking about again. It was like pressure in the moment. You know, Lomachenko's fought under pressure. I fought under pressure. I was like, this isn't about you, Andre. It isn't about you, brother. You're fucking retired these days, man. You know what I'm saying? Just shut up. Be quiet.
I got up.
That's what it was. That's what it was, mate. That's what it was. I got up. I was like, oh man, it's not about you at the end of the day, man. It's not about you. Great fighter, but not about you. Bill Haney checking for the camera there last night, and every opportunity that he got, he was in shot. Got to get his moment. Fair play to the guy. Hasn't met a camera that he dislikes. Fair play to the cunt. Boxeo Cubano, our man who used to kind of take charge of Rico's account. I see he put out an interesting tweet there on yesterday, actually. To the AIBA. I have a question. Are you guys aware that Cuban boxers aren't getting paid their price money after arriving home? This is the same body, actually, who are maybe getting sanctioned for the Olympics next year. So Cubans not getting paid for fights. No payday for you.
And do you think it says Andre Ward always walking around with his backpack as if he stood in for his scouts badge?
What's in that backpack, by the way, that he's carrying around?
Fucking Tony Bellew saying last night about
he just don't want to pay for the extra bag on his flights, and he just goes like small backpack and carry on luggage everywhere. Like.
But he doesn't make caught off Ryanair, mate. You know, get charged for that extra hand luggage. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got? I got one for Bellew got dug out off our guy RJ actually on Twitter last night. So Bellew's trying to set the scene. This is the most precious since the Olympic finals for Katie Taylor, he said there last night. So RJ comes back with a screenshot of Tony Bellew's tweet. I support MTK Global in the quest for fair news hashtag and ask you to get behind them by following the link here. MTK Fair News.
Great bunch of lads. What's the problem?
Great bunch of lunges. One for Charlie Parsons. No, I don't know anything about the guy. I think he works for IFL possibly. I don't know anything about the guy, and it's not a hate anything like that. Or anything like that right? But did Charlie Parsons get his fucking journalism experience for MI5? Because he's never away for Conor McGregor, man. He's constantly fucking there. He's like, must be a surveillance expert. I don't know what the fuck it is. He's there constantly, like a bad smell. He's like my son, actually. Follows me everywhere. And one for a funny one, mate. I don't know if anybody caught our guy Nosey, West Ham fan in Holland there during the week. I know it's not that, but he was throwing hands, so I'm going to pass it his box. And I'll let Matty see the link if he's not seen it. Nosey, West Ham fan, holding back about, I don't know, 10, 20 guys, pick up a set of stairs, fucking knocking them out with right hands, left, right, and centre. Fair play to that guy. If you see that guy at the game, buy him a fucking pint or a fucking pint of whiskey, whatever it is. Fair play to that guy, standing up and just smashing bodies all over the fucking place, man. So
Des is a big West Ham fan in the chat, so I wonder if he knows Nosey. I saw him, man. He was throwing hands, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, man. So pass on my regards, Des, if you know the guy or anybody knows him, pass on the regards for the Box Asylum. Fucking legend. And to the West Ham players as well getting involved. I think Declan Rice, who is Irish but he wants to be English, possibly, he got involved. There was somebody else in that as well. I think it was
that picture of him and Grealish on the plane, and they're like, caption this, and one of the Irish lads is like, snakes on a plane.
Motherfucker.
Just thinking we have Evan Ferguson. If we had them two fucking snakes, we might be onto something.
Matty, I just posted the link to you for reference, mate, into the chat there for you. So watch the guy at the top of the stairs.
I'll check it out when we get off
quality,
the show,
man.
for sure.
Well, while you're on the subject of commentary as well, Andy, just quickly, I didn't have the pleasure of following old Mike Costello on the radio, but on the telly, man, he sounds like someone who's shouting over the garden fence to his neighbour or something. Something just like cannot be heard.
I know. It's like it's like what's happening in front of him. It's like this is like mesmerising. It's like amazing. It's like it's kicking off. It's going to a big explode. You're like, fucking hell, dude. It's just calm down. Settle.
That was brilliant from you, Steve. As soon as you said that, I kept on hearing it in the commentary live. It was like, have you got a lead in the Clippers?
He needs binned off, man. His commentary is suited solely for the radio. That moment when Release knocked out Joshua he was built for that moment on the radio. I think he would have destroyed that on the fucking telly because we could see what was happening on TV. On the radio, it works better because if you're driving home, for example, or if you're at the work, you're listening to that on the your earphones or whatever. And that, man, it's different. He just hasn't got it for the TV, I don't think. And again, he's a professional at his job, so I'm probably wrong at the end of the day. So,
Is that them all, Andy?
That's it for me, mate. Aye.
Brilliant list. Thank you very much, Matty. Any from you, please?
I was going to go with the scorecard of Dave Moretti because I think that's kind of the standout from the week. So I got nothing.
Okay. Rob, any from you, please?
Yeah, just a couple from the Irish event, really. Ebbs was in town. Yeah, and she put up on Twitter.
Did you see the Kemp brothers, though, mate? Fucking Ross and Grant, they're sticking out at the fucking fights there last night as well.
Well, to get to that, she could put up a picture of her and McGregor kind of embracing in a clinch, like McGregor likes to do, and she made the mistake of saying, "Caption this." Huh?
No, with KBB did they when they clinch?
yeah, like Lawrence Okoli in a clinch. She was McGregor with Ebbs up close, but she made the mistake of putting on Twitter and saying, "Caption this." So I was looking at some of the responses, obviously for material for the show, and one of my favorites, two of my favorites were a right tit and a right tit, and somebody else said, "That's a man with 3 kids, you fucking whore." So mixed bag.
Fuck me.
Mixed bag. She got there, and McGregor just for his like. he's got this thing where he does, right, where he's talking to American media. So he was doing an interview with Ariel Hawani, and he was asking him about Katie's legacy, and he tries to convert his Dublin accent to the Americans so they can understand him, and he kind of sounds like Frank Stapleton. Remember him when he was giving interviews? He's like, Katie's legacy, and Katie is the, and then like he gets all pumped up on something, and he goes back all dumb. No, I'm fucking fight Canelo, no bleeding problem. Can't project him the boop 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 boop. And then he was caught on camera as well.
The body
offering
rolls,
to
the shoulder
host.
rolls on the camera, and that man, that's fucking honest to God.
Well,
the guy,
there's a cracking clip going around of him offering to have an after party at his pub, the Black Forge in Dublin. He's like, we'll have the after party here. We'll have plenty of whatever you need. And you see Eddie looking at him like, Eddie looks in the clip, he looks like one of those fellas that pulled a bird in a nightclub, and then she asked him to go back to a house party, and he didn't know what the fuck he walked into, and there's fellas having conversations with him in the kitchen about lads that they're after hitting with bottles and that. He's just like laughing politely. We have a bit of whatever you want.
Eddie coming for that high privileged society doesn't walk in those corridors, mate.
Doesn't work in that world. Yeah,
doesn't work in that world, does he? He doesn't want to go to those toilets when they're all sniffing bang off the fucking counters and the toilet seats and that, man. This
While you're at that, Kieran Cunningham, the Irish sports journalist who's gone heavily after the Kinahan cartel and their involvement in boxing and that, and kind of stuck to his guns over the last 2 years. He was at the fight last night, and he said the queue in the male cubicles last night in Dublin was really something else. There must have been a serious case of IBS on the go.
mate, can you imagine the rematch between Taylor and Cameron happening at Croke Park? They'll have even more toilets to go into, mate.
Top the Colombian exchequer will be fucking going through the roof.
Oh, the Peruvians have been fucking hightailing it as well. Fucking brilliant.
Carlos Valderrama on line 1. Thanks to all the boys for throwing those in.
Faustino Asprilla on line 2.
Alfredo Morelos on line 3.
Oh dear. Back to more wholesome stuff. There's Conor Ben there and Kell Brook getting in a bit of intense beef. Rob Shrew with Isaac Lowe's Chippy, Eddie and the hairline, Andy Ruiz on Twitter trying to defend himself. We had Big P and the Heffron Canelo situation. We had Big John on the train, Big John on the Chinese. We had the Gwoat giving away tickets. If she's not the face of boxing, who is? It's not Katie Taylor anyway, but maybe, who knows? The Gwoat thought she won last night, and also the Gad as well, going in deep and hard. Who are you going for this week, Andy, for Bellew of the Week?
I was gonna go for Nosey because it was legendary what he done. I'm gonna go for the Gad. That's just.
What's he done?
You just popped the Gad out there, didn't you?
Just for being himself.
Just being himself, yeah. The Gad. No. Fuck it. I'll go for Nosey, man. What a legend! Just knocking bodies all over the place.
Brilliant, Nosey there. Matty, who are you going for?
Oh, I got to go Moretti. I don't know how anyone scored 5 of the last 6 for Haney.
Yeah, I'm going Moretti as well. Not just for this time, but for the fact he can't score overall. And they bought him back after that Tank Garcia fuck up as well. Rob, who are you going for?
I was seriously thinking about the Ebony Bridges one. I actually had a caption myself where I should have said, "Did you see the Phoenix Park?" That would have been a good one. But Conor Bain is fucking fast becoming the most unlikable content ever laced the glove. Like whatever you say about Kell Brook, and we've said a lot about him over the years, like he was a tough bastard and a proper champion at 147. A very talented guy, like, and he's achieved way more in the sport that Conor Bain will probably ever achieve. And his undeserved sense of fucking arrogance and nonchalance is one of the most irritating things to watch. Apart from the fact that he's a bald-faced liar as well, he just makes he comes across terrible. And this is a guy who's wanting his license back, is it, to fight in the UK, and he's wanting to start fights at a fucking Katie Taylor fight as well. Like, absolute asshole, man. Just the fucking.
Right, mate.
And even if it's staged, it makes it worse. You know that way.
See the thing about Brook and that as well. And I'm talking respectfully. Is he one of the youngest, or he was the youngest British champion at one point? I'm sure he won the British title in Scotland actually as well.
It's Kevin McIntyre, wasn't it?
I'm sure he won it up here. I'm sure. But I think he was, one of the youngest at that time to win a British title. I'm sure.
Quite possibly, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was taking me Big Ben at this point, still, man. Possibly.
Yeah. Oh, I'd say so. Anyway, Conor and combined with Dave Moretti are the joint Bellew of the Week winners for episode 524.